Pull-ups hurt? Don't quit yet. You don't need to stop doing pull-ups, you just need to find a better pain-free path. If pull-ups are bothering your elbows or your shoulders or both, this is where to start. Today, I'm gonna take you through an assisted progression using the thickest assisted bands you can find, your pull-up bar, and a box, bench, or chair to step on to get into them. That's gonna help you find your pain-free path to get back to doing pull-ups again. But before we get started, I want you to stick around to the end because I have a survey I need you guys to fill out. As I build this channel, I want to work on the things you're interested in. So at the end, I'm going to tell you about a link I'm dropping below to help out this channel grow. First, make sure you have the shoulder mobility needed for the pull-ups. Grab your trusty wooden dowel, wide grip, over the head. Take the time to get that stretch back behind your head and then slowly narrow your grip to increase that shoulder range. We're gonna do this in 3 phases: the dead hang, the slow drop, and the bounce back to the top. Each phase is gonna have its own thing to adjust to find your pain-free way of doing it. So get your bands. You can use 1 band, 2, I don't care if you use 5, whatever it takes to unload your body weight enough to make this pain-free and have you cue into what your body is doing. So get your box, your chair, or your bench. We're gonna step into the bands. This part isn't easy, so take your time, and we're gonna start with the dead hang. Phase 1 with the dead hang is adjusting your grip width. You can go much more narrow to find where it's not painful, or go much more wide to see what is making your shoulders not hurt or your elbows. From here, we're going to pull up to the top and hold this top position. You should feel like you're gonna get shot through the ceiling. That's how much you wanna unweight your body. And you can even bounce up to the top here. From this position, we're going to adjust your elbow angle to make sure your top position is pain-free. Then, phase 3, we slowly start to descend. We adjust our body angle on the descent by pushing our feet either forward to face the bar or pulling our feet back to face the wall. As we bounce up to the top, phase 3 is finding that body angle to create a pain-free drop. So dead hang is grip width, top position is elbow angle, and lowering down is body position. Combine those 3 things to find your pain-free path for your pull-ups, and then start bouncing and banging out reps. Nice and slow. And back on the box we go. To move this along, all you need to do is get less and less bands on here. You can make them thinner or start to decrease the bands you've got. And that's how you progress towards pain-free pull-ups again. About 4 years ago, I found a bunch of guys to wrestle with in the off season. And honestly, we didn't say very much to each other. We don't talk very much when we wrestle, but one day we started to mention how old we were. How old are you? How old are you? And you know, some guys were a lot younger in the room. Devin, who was a freaking monster of a dude, was in his early 30s, and then there was Walter in his early 40s, and I thought I was gonna brag and be like, I'm 50 years old. But then my partner, Bruce, said he was in his early 60s. This guy kicked my ass sometimes on the mat. I could not believe he was in his early 60s. And I asked him, Bruce, what the hell are you doing to be in such incredible shape and look this good? And he said, Ken, right now, all I've got time for is by the end of the day, I make sure I've got 100 pull-ups in and 100 dips just for maintenance to make sure I can still do them. I was freaking floored, right? And that was 4 years ago. I'm telling you this because there is no ceiling, there is no limit for what you can do physically in your second 50 years. But the reality is most men can't even do 1 pull-up, not at all, because they quit on them too early. Either they were too painful or too difficult to do. But I'm here to tell you, pull-ups are something you can get absolutely back to once you find your pain-free path. Guys, strength training is the most important thing we can do for ourselves as men over 50. We keep going by training the version our body accepts. We're all different. You know, when I started filming myself, I was like, holy God, I'm crooked, I'm twisted, my body's all messed up, because we all have beaten the crap out of ourselves for these last decades. So you gotta find your pain-free path, because clean reps when strength training will heal your joints. That's how we stay strong, capable, and confident deep into our second 50 years. I'm gonna link a survey in the description. I'll probably even pin a content there. I really wanna grow this channel to help all men over 50, but I need to know what you guys think. It takes 3 to 5 minutes to fill out that survey to be able to give me the information how to grow this channel in a way you want to see it happen. So take that 3 to 5 minutes, go on that link, fill out that survey for me so I can make sure I'm giving you guys what you want. And always remember, most men fade, but you're not most men.